On June 12, 2026, something happened that has never happened in human history. A single person became worth more than $1 trillion.
Not Rockefeller at the peak of oil, not Bezos at the height of Amazon. Nobody, ever, until now.
Elon Musk, the first trillionaire who has ever lived.
But here's the debate splitting the entire financial world. Is that $1 trillion real? Built on companies that actually changed the world? Or is it a bubble, a number that could vanish as fast as it appeared?
Today, we argue both sides hard, and at the end, the AI verdict, plus your vote in the comments, deserved or bubble.
Let's break it down.
First, how does someone even reach $1 trillion? Because it wasn't a paycheck.
Right. Musk's salary is basically zero. He doesn't get paid a normal wage. His entire fortune is equity, ownership stakes in companies he built or controlled.
And the thing that flipped him over the line wasn't Tesla, it was SpaceX.
On June 12, SpaceX went public on the NASDAQ under the ticker SPXC. It priced at $135 a share, valuing the company around $1.77 trillion, and raised about $75 billion, the largest IPO in human history.
Scale is $75 billion. Saudi Aramco's record IPO raised $29 billion. Alibaba raised $25 billion. SpaceX nearly tripled the all-time record.
Musk owns roughly 38% of SpaceX. Overnight, that stake was worth somewhere between $690 and $860 billion, depending on the source. Add his Tesla shares, about $283 billion, plus X, XAI, Neuralink, and Boring Company, and he crossed $1 trillion.
And here's the wild part, the speed. It took him 3 years to go from $300 billion to $400 billion. It took about 4 months to go from $800 billion to $1 trillion.
Almost all of that final leg came from one company being repriced, SpaceX. Today, SpaceX is about 70% of his entire fortune.
Okay, let's argue the first side as strongly as we can. The case that this is completely deserved.
Argument 1. He built real things. SpaceX isn't a we. It's the only company that lands and reuses orbital rockets. It launches more mass to orbit than every other country and company on Earth combined. Starlink connects millions of people who had no internet.
Argument 2. He did what governments couldn't. NASA paid SpaceX to take astronauts to the space station because America couldn't do it alone anymore. That's not hype. That's a private company outperforming nations.
Argument 3. Tesla forced the entire car industry to go electric. Before Tesla, EVs were a joke. Now every major automaker is racing to catch up. One man dragged a century-old industry into a new era.
Argument 4. The risk was real. He put his entire fortune on the line in 2008. Both Tesla and SpaceX were nearly bankrupt at the same time. He was reportedly borrowing money for rent. He bet everything, and it worked.
Investors call it the Elon premium. The SpaceX IPO was 4 times oversubscribed. Retail investors alone placed $10 billion in orders. People believe in his ability to deliver the impossible because he's done it before.
So the deserved case is simple. Real company, real innovation, real risk, real results. The trillion is just a scoreboard.
Now let's argue the other side just as hard. The case that this is a bubble.
Argument 1. The math doesn't add up. SpaceX is valued at $1.77 trillion, but last year it earned just $18.67 billion in revenue. That's a valuation of 94 times revenue.
For comparison, Meta trades at 22 times, Amazon at 18 times.
So SpaceX is valued more than Meta, a company that makes 10 times more money.
Argument 2, Morningstar, an independent research firm, put SpaceX's fair value at about $63 a share. It IPO'd at $135 and traded over $160. That means by one serious analysis, it's worth less than half its price.
Argument 3. The valuation requires fantasy growth. To justify the price, analysts calculated SpaceX would need its 2035 profits to grow 75 times from today's levels. 75 times!
In 10 years. Argument 4. It's paper, not cash. Most of Musk's trillion is freshly issued SpaceX stock he literally cannot sell. There's a lockup period of 90 to 180 days. If SpaceX or Tesla drops, hundreds of billions vanish on paper as fast as they appeared.
Argument 5. The XAI problem. Musk folded his AI company XAI, which includes X, into SpaceX. In 2025, that segment lost $6.36 billion. X's ad revenue is less than half what Twitter made in 2021. He merged a money loser into the company, driving his trillion-dollar headline.
So, the bubble case. The valuation defines every traditional metric, depends on fantasy growth, and most of the money isn't even spendable. One bad quarter could erase it.
Here's a detail almost nobody talks about, and it matters for both sides: the difference between paper wealth and real cash.
When headlines say Musk is worth $1.2 trillion, that's the value of his shares on paper. It is not money in a bank account. He can't walk into a store and spend $1 trillion.
After the IPO, he's locked from selling most of his SpaceX shares for months, and he has said he has to hold them. So the richest man in history is, in cash terms, far less liquid than you think.
This cuts both ways. Bubble side says, see, it's not even real money. Deserved side says, exactly, he's not cashing out, he's holding because he believes in building, not taking profit.
Both are true at once. The trillion is real as a number and fragile as a fact.
So what do the professionals actually say? Because they're split too.
Renaissance Capital's analyst told Reuters the SpaceX valuation would throw all traditional valuation methodologies out the window. He literally named it the Elon Musk premium, meaning the price isn't based on normal math.
But a venture capitalist who backed SpaceX, X, and XAI put it differently. He said, quote, "Giving Elon money for whatever he wants wouldn't have been a bad strategy. Never bet against Elon."
That's the whole debate in two quotes. One says the math is broken. The other says the math doesn't matter because it's Elon.
And here's the uncomfortable part for skeptics. People have bet against Musk before. When Tesla was near bankruptcy, when he bought Twitter, many of those bets lost.
But here's the uncomfortable part for believers. Every bubble in history had true believers saying this time is different, right up until it wasn't.
Let's zoom out. Why should you care if one man has $1 trillion?
One reason, scale of inequality. Musk is now worth more than the next 4 richest people combined, more than entire countries' economies. That raises real questions about wealth concentration that societies are going to have to wrestle with.
Another, power. SpaceX controls access to space. Starlink controls satellite internet used in wars and disasters. When one person controls infrastructure that nations depend on, that's not just wealth, that's leverage.
But the other side, for millions, Musk is proof the dream still works. An immigrant who reinvested everything into rockets and electric cars and became the richest human ever. That story inspires people, whether you like him or not.
Both the worry and the inspiration are legitimate. That's why this story hits everyone, not just investors.
All right, AI verdict, deserved or bubble?
The honest answer, it's both, depending on what question you're really asking.
Deserved. The companies are real. SpaceX genuinely dominates space launch. Tesla genuinely transformed the car industry. He genuinely took massive personal risk. He genuinely built, didn't inherit.
Bubble, the valuation is stretched. 94x revenue defies every normal metric. Independent fair value is less than half the price. It requires 75x profit growth by 2035. Most of it is illiquid paper that could evaporate.
So the AI verdict, the man is deserved. The number is a bubble. His achievements are real and historic, but the specific figure, $1 trillion, is built on market belief and fantasy-level growth assumptions, not current earnings. Both things are true at the same time.
AI probability read. Musk is still a trillionaire 1 year from now, 55%. SpaceX grows into its valuation by 2035, 35%. His net worth drops below $1 trillion at some point in the next 2 years, 60%. He reaches $2 trillion before he drops below $1 trillion, 40%.
So the most likely path? A wild ride. He could be worth $1.5 trillion or $700 million a year from now. And honestly, both are realistic.
The $1 trillion milestone is real history. Whether it's a permanent peak or a temporary spike, that part hasn't been decided yet. The market is still voting.
So there it is, the first trillionaire in human history, built on real rockets and real cars, valued at a number that breaks every rule of finance.
Deserved because of what he built. A bubble because of what it's priced at. Both true.
So now it's your turn. After hearing both sides, what's your verdict? Is Elon Musk's trillion deserved, or is it a bubble waiting to pop?
comment deserved or comment bubble? We genuinely want to see how this splits. And tell us why. The best arguments from both sides get pinned.
And subscribe. We do these both sides AI verdict breakdowns on the biggest money and tech stories. No hype, no hate, just the full picture.
Next video, we break down what happens if SpaceX and Tesla merge because that single move could reshape Musk's entire empire.
Whether you love him or can't stand him, you just watched history, the first trillionaire. The question is whether it lasts.
Drop your verdict. Stay curious.
See you in the next one.